Becca. They had great books. I loved their books, but I liked Bob Jones for learning reading better. They understood it more, and they loved the activities because it really stuck with them throughout the activities when we used Bob Jones. Yeah, I've got some of those. This one here is 8th grade geography studies in the Western Hemisphere. That's another book I've got. This is more of a workbook where, you know. And then I've got this one that's a grade 10, grammar and composition. That's from a Becca. And I've got grade 8, grammar and composition. It says up in the corner here it has an 8, so that's how you know that grammar 2 is grade 8. Did you know that?
It's the...
Yeah, well that's the good thing about homeschool is that you can go where they are and work at their level, and the whole idea is that they can make progress. This one here is, okay, I've got Algebra 2 for Saxon. And this one's grade 12 for vocabulary and spelling. What, this book here? This is the quiz key. It's the
Wasn't
teacher's.
she just holding one of those up?
She's probably has something. Yeah.
Yeah, see?
Is it the same thing? No, yours is reversed. Yours is 4 and this is
6.
What, grade 12? What is the grade level in the corner there? Okay, because this is 12. This one's grade 11. So is the number up in the corner, that's 10? Okay, so you could probably use these. Yeah. Where'd you get all that stuff? And this is vocabulary and spelling for grade 9. That looks like younger. Okay. Is that a Becca too? Yeah, it says a Becca on there. Yeah, they're probably a good one for font for your penmanship. Then I got another grade 11. Romans, Reformers, and Revolutionaries. I'm not familiar with that one. But again, you could probably find those things in the used curriculum sales. Here's a grade 9 grammar and position. Yeah, again, that math 5. My kids really struggled with those. With the Becca, I was losing them. They just hated doing math with a Becca. Let's see. Another one I've got is this one's grade 9 for science in the physical world, physical creation. This is reading, but it's grade 9. It's literature. Are you seeing any of these, or I'm looking at your kitchen?
I'm looking at her cereal, really.
This is oh gosh. This just says it's literature classics for Christians, volume 2. And this is their literature for the higher grades. See, that's all I've got is more of the high school stuff. And this is grade 8 for health. I'd have to see more of it. What about up in the upper corner? The upper corner. Yeah, over there. It says Evan Moore. Huh. I've never heard of them. So you're doing 2 different curriculums for penmanship? Okay. You're going to confuse them if you use more than one different, if they don't match. This is 8th grade science, matter and motion. And this is the textbook. This is the textbook. Yeah. Well, your kids, if you want them to learn to love to read, get the Rebecca readers, because my kids love their stories. And Bob Jones readers were excellent too. They love those stories. Yeah, that looks. What's the numbers up in the corner? Do you understand what the 3-4 means? No. It's 3rd grade, the 4th book that they read. They have book 1, book 2, book 3, and they build on them. Do you understand? It's the 4th book they read in the 3rd grade. And is that public school? That looks like a public school book. Yeah, well, look into that skip count kids. They probably have fun with that. And even just hearing it in the background, they'll find themselves saying it, and it'll help them where they'll just know it. And then math will become fun if they're doing the problem. Say, oh, I know that, It's so much easier for them. I gave Trey a whole series called the Math You See. Yeah, look for that, because that's really good, because instead of it just being a bunch of numbers, it's stuff they're looking at and they can touch. And they say, oh, now I see. They understand the concept. They donated it to his school. Evidently they didn't use it. They had a whole fraction set too, where, these overlays, so you could really see what 2/3 of a quarter was, where you could actually see what it is.
And they donated it to a school?
Yeah, but that was really good for, you might be able to pick up Math You See real cheap, if it's secondhand. It has videos where they're actually showing you how to do it, and they have the manipulatives. And it's good for those kids who have to see stuff, or, if you've got 2 times 10, you've got these 10 blocks, and they're divided into 10s. But it's a long strip, and you say, okay, take 2 of them. Then they can see how big 2 times 10 is, and it clicks for them if they have to see it, That's where the manipulatives are really handy. It might be that different. Some kids learn by seeing, some by hearing, some by just doing, And some kids need all 3 of those things for it to really dawn on them what they're doing. Yeah. Well, you gotta. Comment allez-vous aujourd'hui? We can have a conversation. Comment allez-vous aujourd'hui, monsieur? How are you today? You can say je ne vais pas bien. I'm not very well. Or you can say je vais bien. I've lost him, huh?
He sounds like Alex.
Est-ce que vous comprenez le français? Est-ce que vous comprenez le français? Do you understand French?
No.
You heard her?
No, I could tell.
How come Robin seemed to think you would? Est-ce que vous voudriez manger quelque chose? I said, do you want to eat something? Are you eating something?
Est-ce qu'elle mange? Oh, des raisins.
Des raisins?
Elle mange des
No,
raisins?
it just means that you're not used to hearing it. So I thought if I explained what I was saying, that maybe you'd learn something.
Oui, c'est des raisins.
She's eating grapes.
Raisins?
Sign language? Do you know some sign language?
We learned some of it when we were doing like the Young Women's theme for camp, but I don't remember much of it.
Yeah, you don't have to know sign language for some things.
What just happened?
He's doing sign language. Some things that are not nice to say.
I figured.
Some things are bad no matter what language you use. It's pretty universal.
I remember I think more things for like the sign language from like debate